Alright, yo, what's good, man? It's Mo Crowell with MTIG, MTIG Investment Group, expanding everybody's personal and professional network while achieving financial success. Just wanted to make this quick video. There's a couple things that was on my mind earlier today that kind of really want to talk about. Um, Stems from uh, the beginning when I really got into the industry that I'm getting into, about definitely a couple months ago. And I was doing a lot of research on the company that I was getting into, and also about just general videos on necessarily how the industry works and what I'm saying, how to go about in the industry. And when I was doing a lot of my research, everything that I was looking at was definitely telling me that mindset was one of the important things that you needed to harness, like really needed to know that was one of the number one thing that you should really need to understand and change. And me personally, back at that time, I was sitting there like, man, I don't want to hear all that. I want to hear about, how do you do this, how you do this, how you get this person, how you formulate this into organization, how you run the business. That's what I was really concerned about. You know what I'm saying? And I really realized now that that was definitely one of my mistakes in the beginning. Like, you really have to understand that your mind is the number one thing that you're gonna need in literally anything. How you conduct yourself, how you do your job. That's why one of the terms that they have is comes out that says, don't work harder, but work smarter. Your mind is very powerful. And when you open up your mind to a different segment where your whole mind is open, you can really see a lot of things in different perspectives. And that's one thing that I realized from the beginning is that I was necessarily a little closed-minded. My mind wasn't broadened, and I realized that one of the ways for me to be able to be successful in what I'm doing is that I definitely had to change my mindset. I had to start being more positive for myself. I had to understand that this, me and my team, MTIG, what we're trying to do something so powerful. And the only way we're going to be able to break through obstacles that we have is by one, changing our mindset, realizing that we can do really anything that we want to do. But your mind is the number one thing, because you can't do anything if your mind is closed. You can't see from different perspectives. You can't open yourself up to new opportunities if your mind is not open. You gotta be able to see somebody else's perspective in order for you to be able to grow. And that's one of the reasons why I love what I'm doing now in terms of what we're doing at Carrot Bars, because it really changed me personally to change my whole mindset. I had to change myself from more of a quiet individual to one who's able to go out, have a little bit more conversation than he usually has, but be able to explain something that's incredibly passionate to him. That's why I love Carrot Bars, because we're out here in Carrot Bars talking to people, showing people a good service, and you're gonna have your bumps in the road. You're gonna sometimes have your negative people and your negative comments, but you gotta know that the only thing that's gonna get you through those times is your mindset. Because if when people feed those negative comments into your mind, those stick. They stick for a while and they circulate. And sometimes they can bring you down. It happens to me. I ain't gonna lie. But you gotta realize that your mindset, knowing that the focus and the path that you're on, and knowing the reason and why you are doing what you're doing, is what's gonna propel you into the next status. and what you're trying to get to. And that's why I really can't stress enough that before you even think about doing anything in this industry, you gotta change your mindset. You gotta change your mindset to the point where you change it into a position of you can do literally anything, and no matter what somebody says to you, you're not gonna let that falter you at all. You're not gonna take any steps back. You're gonna continue to move forward, knowing that you know deep down that what you're doing is a good thing. And that's why I continue to move and push with Carrot Bars, because what we're doing at Carrot Bars is definitely showing people how to save their own money, and then in turn of saving their own money, make money while saving their own money. I'm telling people to invest in themselves. We're not salesmen at Carrot Bars. You know what I'm saying? We don't sell anything. We just show you a good way that you can save your money for your future. So it really just stems down to mindset and how you can visualize yourself into the next chapter in your life. If you're going if your next chapter is something different than you've never done before. And that's a little bit what I'm going through, because in this industry, been doing this for, I guess, I don't know, about 3-4 months. In this industry, about 5 months. But in this industry, you have to understand that the only way you're going to be able to see success and progress is if you first change your mindset. Because people are only going to look at you as how passionate you are about your product. Why are you selling your product? Why do you think that your product is so great? People have to feel your energy. They gotta feel your energy. If they don't feel your energy, they're gonna see right through. So you have to be able to stand for something and realize why you are doing something and why you think it's so great, to get people to be able to relate, like-minded people to be able to relate with you. So, but it goes on, stems back to why I love Carrot Bars though, because there's so many like-minded people within our team who just are selfless, who want to help people, who want to invest in themselves and their family and save their money, show people how to save their money, also financially educate people. What we do, we love to financially educate people on things about the world, and it's just all like a family atmosphere and a family aspect with Carrot Bars. And that's the great thing about Carrot Bars. But the first thing you do, you got to be able to change your mindset to be able to let your mind get into that environment. Because I tell you from the start, the first day, a couple days I was at Carrot Bars, I didn't have a mindset to be able to plug in. But once I changed my mindset, I loved plugging in. And I realized why we do what we do at Carrot Bars. Because it's such an amazing company. And all we want is success around everybody. We want everybody to achieve financial success, financial freedom in Carrot Bars. We want all of that for everyone. We don't want no person left behind in Carrot Bars. Everybody's enthusiastic and positive. So that's why I love what I do, and definitely just got to number one, change your mindset. Because when you change your mindset, you will be able to achieve anything. So I just want to shout out to MTIG, Mill Ticket Investment Group. Shout out to Team Freedom. Shout out to Wealth Builders Worldwide. Thank you all for listening.